Hello everyone, I'm going to be just popping on here for a little bit. Figure I might as well stream. I'm going to be grinding some of my tanks here. Primarily the Emil 1, Streb 103, Type 4 Heavy. We also have the SP1C, Panther 2, and the Indian Panzer. What a coincidence. Graham. I just popped in. I didn't even look at to see who was on. I wonder if he has even seen yet. But yeah, I'm just gonna be grinding some tanks here. I figured I might as well platoon for this match. But I'm just gonna be on for a little over an hour here, just grinding some tanks. Hello, John. Nice to see you. But yeah, figured I need to get some of these tank grinds done. It's actually kind of like draining me in a way that I've been stuck on pretty much the same tanks for I don't know at least the past month. I'm pretty close to getting a couple of them done, but yeah, I'm still gonna be streaming tomorrow morning. But I had a little bit of time here since I just finished up doing all the little chores I needed to do for today. Hello, the wonders of gaming. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like my streams. I try my best. You never know when I'm gonna screw something up though. Let's see if I can actually get this guy. Very nice. Say I'm unsure if there's actually. Yep, there's a T-34 here. Awesome. Alright, we do have artillery. I wonder if he's alone. If he's alone, that's somewhat. Oh god, our T-34 is. He's trying to like side scrape almost against him. Where he's going back now, if he backs up enough, that'll be good, but let's see if I can try something here. If the T-34 is alone, I should be able to. Like, I'm gonna get hit once at the very least by him, but I'll be at least able to get all 4 shots in on him. So if he pushes up far enough, he's gonna take a pretty large amount of damage. There we go. That worked out pretty well. Swedish tanks, I've liked them so far. The TD line is definitely very one-dimensional, and the meals so far, the main problem you just have is low DPM, and somewhat bad aim time. But I like both of them. All right. Well, nice to finally chat with you, Luke. It was just this morning. I popped on my microphone. I didn't even notice it was working. Frickin' damn Windows update. But hello again, Venti. Yeah, I had a little bit of time here, so figure why not stream since I'm gonna be on for a little over an hour here. Just waiting for basically Ryan to commute back from college, so typically that takes her, give or take, about an hour, hour and a half. So Levi has taken up his position underneath the microphone. He's probably not going to snore, but he will most likely sit there and whine a little bit. He's a little bit tired. He was out helping me with our yard work. And by helping me, I mean annoying the hell out of me in a way. He loves to play. Thank you very much. I am very surprised this T-32 is not dead yet. Indian Panzer yeah, if you can't kill him, not to say you deserve to die, but you can at least get a penetrating shot on him. I'm more or less just trying to get myself in a spot where I can get a little bit more damage here. We pretty much have won this match. Okay. I hit his gun. Unfortunately, that doesn't mean you're going to do any damage. Oh, this gun's accuracy sometimes. Alright, so I'm just going to pop myself on the cap then. It was just kind of a coincidence that we popped in here the first match here. Yeah, and the times always don't match up. But we did a pretty damn good job. He took a pretty low Uber here. Hello, Artem again. But yeah, I already got all my doubles done, but it's pretty easy to do yourself. You'll see if you want to join the platoon here. But yeah, pretty much well, hopefully I can put you to sleep, Artem, in a good way. Hopefully Graham, he's following in my footsteps as far as shaving his head himself. Probably the only time you will see me drink soda that is not like actually good soda. This is Mountain Dew. Oh lord, it tastes disgusting. Oh. But at least as far as this stream, you know, I'm not really gonna take any requests here just because I'd like to get some of these, you know, tanks done as far as the grinds. What processor? Well, it's interesting. I'm definitely not one to ask outside of, you know, I'm not the most knowledgeable person as far as PC parts. I do have, there's a link in my video description as far as what I have, but, you know, there's those new AMD cards that came out. You know, by the time you build yours, you know, there'll probably be some concrete info about them. Right now, you know, they're still really new, so who knows how, I guess missed some shots here. Who knows how they're, exactly going to work and hold up, but more or less, World of Tanks, you don't need the strongest CPU unless, you're going to be streaming, recording videos and stuff. But, again, the only thing I can really say, if you're not streaming and you're just looking for like a good CPU, it's hard for me to remember the exact thing. Like an i5 490 or 4900K, something like that, 4500. I forget the exact things, but essentially you don't need like an i7 level CPU if you're not going to be streaming, making videos, stuff along those lines. But one thing I will say is typically, if you're building a PC, the one thing you kind of want to splurge on is your motherboard slash CPU, because as far as how I see things, they are the two hardest things to kind of change down the road. You change them, and you kind of have to change everything along with them, if that kind of makes sense in a way. It's not 100% that way, but if I'm to build a PC ever again, definitely go high end on the CPU, and yeah, that's just my suggestion. But World of Tanks, you can probably get away with, not to say a low end CPU, but somewhere, I would say maybe in the Intel range, maybe like a $300 CPU, and AMD, their newest ones, they sit around, I think the top end there sits around like $400 or something. But again, I'm not the best, the best judgment when it comes to that. But even with the new graphics coming out, World of Tanks, the requirements aren't going to change much. So, yeah. Like right now, I have an i7 670K, I think. But, or 6700K, technically. But it's completely overkill for tanks and streaming. I only use, like right now, gaming maxed out on World of Tanks, and streaming, I only use 35% of my CPU, and it's not overclocked or anything. Yes. I am bouncing quite a bit of shots, but now Artie's gonna rebalance me here probably. But this is kind of the best spot that I can help my team at. I'm probably going to end up dying, of course, but yep, my track's out too, and I'm dead. Alright, we're still kind of in this, but that's good advice, John. I wish I knew that before starting to drink this out of the bottle. But typically, whenever I look into a new PC part, there are really good forums that you can like post your questions, builds, like ones like Tom's Hardware, and there's another one like PC Builds or something. I forget the exact name, and people can give you some pretty good input there. Yeah, I did get myself. I really like that spot for the Swedish TD. It's the only spot I've found that really works well from this side. But if people push on you from around here, you're pretty much toast. But you can actually sit here and shoot right down in this area very easily. But if you get pushed on, of course, you're gonna die in that tank. But coincidentally, Wonder if you guys are grinding anything. I think Uber is grinding the Type 4. Coincidentally, I was just looking at GPUs because like I have a GTX 680 classified, so it has more VRAM. It's still lower than the cards that come out now, but I was actually just looking at, just GPUs, not to upgrade anytime soon, but just seeing what's coming out, and it looks like this year, as far as what Nvidia is coming out with, they're going to be at the end of the summer. It's looking like they're going to be a decent like refresh of the current ones, about like 15-20% increase in performance. But 2018, I think I'm going to hold out for basically 2 years from now, because it's looking like those cards, I think they're called Vega, I think the brand name that they're using, that's going to be a pretty big upgrade. But again, I like to research everything. I typically go on forums and stuff and ask about PC stuff, because there's a ton of people that help out, and you won't like get trolled or anything or stuff on those forums. So it's all right. Luke. Yeah, that's the good thing about my streams. They're always here to catch up on. It's not live, but still. I did notice, like Uber, he had asked in the message a little bit earlier why the stream this morning hasn't reprocessed yet. Seems like YouTube, maybe in the past week, they changed it a little bit. Essentially, it used to reprocess quicker. I think it reprocesses slower now, so it takes a few hours rather than popping up within like an hour or so. So it does take a little bit longer for some reason. More likely than not, because essentially what I send to them, they have their own file format in a way. It's like a .stream file, which you can't exactly make a file like that on your PC. Yeah, it just seems like they changed something on their end. That's why there's a little bit more delay in between the streams now. Yeah, that's one thing about PC parts. Like I know GPUs, they don't really lose their value and effectiveness much. There is a case to be made to buy things used. I typically buy everything new because I basically pinch pennies and save money wherever I can, basically in everything. So whenever I buy something like for myself, say like a car recently, and like PC parts and stuff like that, I typically buy new just it's kind of like a reward, in a way. Oh, that poor soul. I do not stream on Twitch, no. The quality, I have streamed on Twitch before, a few of the guys here, because YouTube actually was down a little bit a couple weeks ago. During one of my streams, I had to pop there for like a half hour. The quality difference is terrible. Plus, I'm a YouTube partner, so I get a lot more little perks here rather than being over on Twitch, where I am not a partner. That's what I was trying to avoid there, getting whacked by artillery. Honestly, I'm just gonna derp him. Your defender's making a run for it. He hit a tree though. How many defenders does it take? Oh god, there's a T-95. Ah shit, my ammo rack. T-92 is about to hit me again, but there's a T-95 that can penetrate me very easily. Trying not to block Graham here. Two critical hits. I would assume that was his ammo rack, honestly. But this is going pretty well for us, I would say. Yeah. Well, yeah, pretty much, you know, depending on the notification settings you use for YouTube, pretty much if I'm ever streaming, there's like a little thing in the bottom of the videos that lets anyone know that I'm streaming. But also, you know, you can set it up to where you get it whenever I go live. But Twitch, you know, it has its ups and downs, but if you're a partner, it's excellent. You can make a lot of money off of it. They give you very good support, but for anyone looking to be a partner, it feels like you're a second-class citizen in a way, to be honest. You get crappy encoders, there's a lot of lag, resolution is poor, you can't stream at 1080p. There's no monetization options, and yeah. But I wonder what I was damaging there on the T-95. Alright, just his tracks and his gunner. Yeah, I did damage the ammo rack on that defender. But, pretty nice job. HE on this. I thought it was not going to be that great. It's surprising me a little bit. It's that good. I forgot my little... At least I got 6 cents. Yes, Echo Baby, I did see that. Streamlabs, more or less, it seems like they are having problems. It was actually... I did send something in, Echo Baby. It actually was down for me when I just started to pop on here. It seems like their update that they rolled out, there's a couple problems with it. Hopefully they fix it here sometime soon. So it's not just you. Even though it did work for me, I just had to... Honestly, I guess refreshed it a couple times and it popped on for me. See ya, Luke. Thanks for watching. See you around. Huh. Well, that's a lot of notifications, Joel. I'm surprised it's all 3. Well, at least you'll never miss me. Sometimes with tanks, if you have to shoot their frontal turret, like say the mouse here, a lot of type 4s and 5s, you can actually hit them right about here, and the HE will splash into their engine deck and cause a lot of damage. Same thing, even though the roof armor isn't terribly thin with the roof. It's just something where if you know where the thinnest armor is, just hit right near it, and it'll kind of bleed over and splash them. No problem, Echo Baby. Yeah, I was actually, I was curious to see what, what was going wrong with it earlier, so I'm pretty sure I found the same exact thing. It wouldn't even let me get on the page. But, it took me a few tries and it started working for me. I'm pretty much just going to try to annoy the hell out of people right now. Don't know where I... Oh god, our Batchakis got RD'd. It was wonderful. Oh god. Oh lord. Are you kidding me? With his accuracy, he... Yeah. Awesome. Let's see, the T-54E1 is coming up here. Oh lord. Type 5 Heavy, SP-1C, what could go wrong? Ah, there's more that way. Save me, somebody. I thought I was safer going back to the base. Boy, was I wrong. Why do I always get this map when I'm in a frickin' light tank? Oh, God. Yeah, just like you said, Artem, yeah. Here's the... This map's always interesting as far as what goes on. I think it's a pretty good map. It's just... I almost wish... Like, it's pretty well balanced. It's just... It is very hard to play arty and light tanks on. But I guess I almost wish in a way that this area was just a pinch smaller, or maybe, it's basically hard playing lights because there's not many areas for you to kind of scout in. I just feel if this area was a little bit bigger, it would be a little bit better for lights or just something. But I do actually like this map. Just unfortunate that I always play it on freaking light tanks. So some people do think that, John. I see it. Yes. It's completely false. There's no built-in thing as far as the reason people think that is wargaming technically has a patent, I believe. It's been proven that they have something. I forget what it was. They patented some sort of thing for video games as far as matchmaking or something. The matchmaking stuff isn't rigged against you though. It's kind of all in your head in a way. It's kind of like a placebo effect. Some people think that, and then when they start losing, then it's yeah. They could be right, but the majority of people, if you ask them, and wargaming, for as much as they do some sneaky things as far as not posting all tank stats, which they kind of do now, in the garage, how they used to not before, they're pretty straightforward. They've been asked that question quite a bit, and they've pretty much denied it. So, all right, whoops, no, shit, Lord. Oh god. I saw him. I hit the button just as I saw him do that. Oh lord. Sorry, Uber. I was gonna roll the dice because, the Panther... I'm going to the town because you guys, if you've seen me play this map, I hate going north. Yeah, that's... Gosh, I hate this. I hate this building. But pretty much the matchmaking, it is all random. You do kind of get streaks at times where you have tons of wins, tons of losses. It's just all random, and you know, it's just... I forget what it was, but I've read a bunch of random shit, and you know, you're more likely to remember like streaks, and especially bad streaks of pretty much anything in life than you are when things are normal. So sometimes, you know, matchmaking, and if you do personal missions, it could seem rigged, and stuff like that can seem stacked against you. But it's just, you know, the beauty of the human mind. T-28, stay back. And he's not. At least he's got the little dinky gun. Just trying to help out my little IS-6 there. How was there an M4 in our match? Oh, he platooned with the Chaffee. I was just like, how, why is he here? Alright, Mr. E25, are you going to continue to push? This M4 is popping. Or maybe he's not. Oh lord. There'd be a T69. Not that he's much a threat, but a tank's a tank. No? I almost died there. I angled the wrong way. He should... I say he should still have a shot. This M6 is coming behind, so I'll try to help him out since I can't really push on that T-28. Of course he's aiming at me too. Oh well. 1800 damage is still not bad, but... That does happen sometimes. That happened to me a couple streams ago. Someone killed me because of my stats were too good. But yeah, it basically, it just comes in. Like, I used to have, you know, streaks where you win like so many in a row and whatever. It's just, yeah, it just basically comes back. This is all my opinion. Like, it's not like you can prove or test anything, but as far as, you know, what I think, it just all comes down to you remember the worst of times, the best of times, kind of forget all the normalness in between. Hello Alex, nice to see you. But sorry Uber that that didn't... Ah, you hopped out? I actually didn't even realize that we had a T-29 on our team. But, are you still playing Uber? I didn't mean to... You... That was just the worst timing. But yeah. I always keep my... I'm going to move it over here. I always keep my platoon window in the worst spot when it comes to hitting the frickin' exit button. Yeah, Unicums, purple pliers, violets. Yeah, there's a yeah. I hate all the words honestly. To me, there's just players. Well, thanks for the couple matches we got in. But yeah. I'm curious if other games have like I've played a plenty of like competitive games before, but World of Tanks is the first one that's come up with this intricate of a naming system for your stats. Honestly, most other games I've played have been, either you're good, you're bad, casual, in between, Never has there been like unicum, tomato, potato. I don't even know what else there is out there. Hello, nice couple. Nice to see you. uh, I was debating actually not hopping on tanks just because I played 3 hours this morning. Because usually if I go any more, I start getting a little bit like frustrated. But I really need to grind out some tanks. Because otherwise, I was gonna pop on Dreadnought and stream that for about an hour, but decided tanks instead. Yeah, I honestly hate the whole stat thing too. It's like I keep up on looking at my overall like win rate stuff mainly, but things like win rate 8 and whatever I don't even look at anymore. Not only are they flawed statistically, but they give you a general insight how a good player is, but I think it's not exactly the best metric that you can use. Glad they got that TVP out. Well, yeah, I know. Yeah, diamond stuff in League of Legends and Overwatch. Because I play Overwatch. I only play like a couple matches here or there. Just because I think it's a nice little, it's a fun little break at times. The amount of people over there that, because I usually play, they have competitive seasons. I play like enough battles just to get like ranked, so I get some of the free stuff that comes along with it. The amount of people that take that so seriously is kind of funny. But then again, it'd kind of be like ranked battles that are coming to World of Tanks if people kind of dink around in them. Not that I intentionally try to lose Overwatch battles. I'm not very good at it, and I pretty much play whatever hero I think I'm gonna have the most fun in, and that might help my team out. Hello, Last King. Hello, DJ or D Junior, Zimio. Oh God, I guess got whacked. I took my eyes off the game a little bit, and now I'm getting, holy lord, the amount the amount of premium rounds that just got thrown at me. But why does somebody in a bat chat use heat? It's actually the worst round, honestly, I think, in a bat chat. The only thing the heat gives over APCR is probably against super heavy tanks. And even then, loading heat up could screw you in the long run shooting other tanks. How to get Steam games for free? I have no clue. I have Steam, but I don't really get games for free on it. I'm hoping to have another stream soon, John, as far as Dreadnought. Even World of Warplanes. I keep saying I want to do World of Warplanes. It just wasn't working out because I needed to do those EU matches last week. But, yeah. It's actually, there was a Q&A that Wargaming did, and they actually, I think it's the first time I've ever seen them officially state it. Um, that XVM to win percentage is completely wrong. They flat out said that. Well, I think there is some truth in that. Yes, that Wargaming likes people obsessed with stats. It definitely is a driving influence of the highly dedicated people making like re-roll accounts and this and that. But I think there is going to come a point where they basically cut out the middleman in a way, if that makes sense, and basically implement um, their own thing into the game. Like honestly, I know that it's already in the game, but if they put in something as far as a UI like XVM, but that color coded people or whatever, and was based off of like personal rating or something, or hell, if they did put win rate 8 in the game, I don't think they would because it doesn't take into account as much as personal rating does. I think that would pretty much not kill off like XVM and win rate 8 and stuff, but they wouldn't be growing newer players joining it, if that makes sense. Um, yeah. Hello, Abdul. Nice to see you again. But yeah, from a business standpoint, it is a, you know, while it seems like they're slowly getting to the point where they're phasing it out, wargaming or trying to, there will come a point where I think that they replace it. But for now, no. Which there was a. I don't have the link for it offhand here, but good luck with the Black Prince. Which, if anybody else wants to join the platoon, pretty much I'm streaming. I'm streaming until Ryan gets home, which should be fairly soon. But I'm playing mainly tier 8 and 9, so. I mean, it's always hard to play as a tier 8 in a 10 match when your team doesn't grab ground for you to kind of work with. But. Which what I was about to say. Let me see if I can find the link to it real quick. There's actually there's a Q&A that's came out the other day, but I saw this earlier. If I can find it. Oh Lord, let me try to find this URL before this match. I don't even know what map I'm on right now. Here we go. It's a pretty interesting interview with basically the CEO, owner, founder of Wargaming. That's very recent. It was a week ago, I think he was interviewed. But he just talks about Wargaming updates and how they've reshuffled the company and stuff recently, and basically he said a lot of CEO executive things, basically talking a lot without saying any specifics. But what you can grab from it is basically, World of Tanks, everyone could see it. Like 2 years ago, a little bit more, they hit kind of like a wall where they were not really looking to push the game any further. And they were actually, he doesn't say it directly, but there was a whole thing like World of Tanks 2.0 where they were looking as a successor for World of Tanks. They kind of scrapped that for now, and they're looking to, with the new graphic engine, stuff like that, basically revitalize or whatever World of Tanks. Basically, not ever phasing it out. So that's a very good thing where they're not looking to, come out with a second tank game, but rather keep this one going and basically just keep updating the engine, stuff like that, and bring new stuff, more stuff for the game. So that's a very good thing to see there. But more interestingly is World of Warplanes. World of Warplanes 2.0 is coming out soon. It's adding in a new game mode and features. It looks pretty cool, honestly, even though the game isn't very popular. And World of Warships, to an extent too, the wargaming, I would say the executive branch of wargaming is kind of taking a step back and letting those games kind of differentiate themselves from World of Tanks and have a little bit more leeway into what they do, rather than just trying to copy World of Tanks. That's a very good move, I think, because, part of the reason I think Armored Warfare specifically failed is, if you have more than just one of a game, why play one over another? Like, the newer one is, to me, if you're copying too much from one another, it doesn't make sense, and the player base is just gonna not be that great. But it's just an interesting read. I thought it was pretty interesting to read him. I always like, honestly, reading his little interviews and stuff. I think he's a pretty cool person. I'm sorry, T30, but not really. But more or less what it means, too long don't read, is World of Warplanes, World of Warships are actually able to develop and push out more updates and unique updates now. More so for World of Warplanes and World of Warships, since they've been doing that for quite some time. World of Tanks they're in for the long haul now. Rather than pushing out the successor, they're looking to make current World of Tanks into that next big game, in a way, if that makes any sense. So it's just good for everybody, I think. It's essentially redoing the whole engine in a way. It's gonna feel like a new game as far as graphically goes. I have not seen that yet, no. Alright. Pushing up with this gun is definitely tricky because you have a very slow reload. They're both bowing out there. Of course I hit this guy right on the nose and didn't do any damage to him. Until now. I'll have to take a look at it. The only new wargaming game that I'm currently testing / playing is, it's not them directly, but they're at least publishing it, is very nice, Graham, you beat me to it. That Total War arena game, which I actually think is pretty damn fun. It's currently in the alpha stages, but I think it's going to be a game that you're going to see me play. I've always liked games like that. I grew up playing Age of Empires, Rise of Nations, games like that, Civilization, and I know it's not like Civilization or those games, but also Total War. Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty fun game. It might not be as big as, say, World of Tanks and stuff, but I think it's, so far, from what I've played and seen from it, it's going to be a pretty fun game to pick up and play. Hello, Casey Bostic. Are you on the North American server? Honestly, good stats, no stats, as long as you're having fun in the game. That's all that matters. You'll definitely like this gun, Uber. I would say I go a little bit heavy on the premium HE just because, it's just a 100% better round in every situation than the standard HE. But you can go a little bit lighter than I do a lot of times. I would, if you want to make credits and not worry about losing any if you miss a couple, then just use them for tanks with heavy armor. More or less, I would say anything like 160 millimeters plus on the front as far as thickness goes. If I could give a guess. I will say, yeah. As far as arena, I am bad there. I kind of, from testing it, I guess kind of, I don't rush out always, but I pretty much usually am one of the first to die. Um, and it took me a few matches until somebody, very angrily, you could have just said it politely, let me know that shooting with your archers at your own team, if they're nearby an enemy, was not a good idea because I was killing my own team. Oh, that guy was so mad. I'm just like, I didn't know. Like, oh god, I can't go down there. I do have the bat chat. Right now, typically during streams, I always take requests and play requests. Right now, I'm just doing tanks. I'm grinding. This is kind of like a mini little stream here. Very nice game though, Graham. I lost some credits. Whoops. I don't know what HH means, but alright, why don't I was about to say the closest grinds I have. I'm very close on the SP1C, but the Panther 2 I'm pretty damn close to. I don't even know if I have any marks of excellence on mine. It is one of the... It's the only tank that I've played for over, I think, 200 battles that I have not aced, though. It's really hard. I am the arena version of a meat shield, and the people that, if I'm in an archer that run out in front of me, they are my literal meat shield as I rain arrows down upon them. I don't do that anymore though, unless I think if I sacrifice my teammate who's slowly dying and I think I can help them by shooting at them, I'll actually do that. I would probably be a very, I don't know, even what, sadistic commander if I was back in like the Roman days. I guess send out the meat shields and then you use your archers to rain hell down upon your own people. I think like 40k ish. Yeah, feel free to message me. Typically, I always... I actually like this now. It's a completely different tank with this gun. I still don't think it's the best tier 8 medium by far. It probably is towards the bottom half. But I definitely think it has received a significant buff. Yeah, this is gonna be bad for us down here. Yeah, I'm gonna see how far these... I don't really like this either, but at the very least, they have 2 tank destroyers. The T-30, if he doesn't head down here, I don't think he's down here. The Fox would push. Oh god. I saved Graham some HP and I got myself damaged a little bit there. Oh lord. I was about to say, we are not gonna be able to fight this guy very effectively here. I will try my best to help you, since two of us is better than one. As far as me damaging him, I'm switching to APCR. He's probably going to try to hit me. Ah, shit, he got Graham. I thought he was going to aim at me because Graham wasn't showing him much. Shit, I missed his lower plate there. He's just hiding his he's hiding his little cupola pretty well. I did not see that, no. I usually watch the new gun is basically the top what is it, the 8.8 centimeter on the E50. The normal Panther doesn't have it. Basically, you just get better accuracy and penetration at the cost of a decent amount of DPM, but the lack of DPM doesn't matter because the gun that, you know, was previously the top gun, you wouldn't even reach that DPM because it was that bad. But I typically look at videos if you guys, you know, like mention them to me, but I don't really look at too many videos if it's not on like I just don't browse YouTube much outside of like my channel in a way on my own, unless I see it like on a gaming news website or something. It's just one of the downsides of, you know, streaming, making videos and guides, is you spend a lot of time doing that rather than, you know, keeping up to date sometimes with, you know, other videos and whatnot that I appreciate, or not appreciate. I always use that word for some reason. I enjoy watching other people's videos at times. I just don't get to do enough of it, unfortunately. Crap. This is where the DPM would come in handy, but yeah, he's... Oh, we're down. Am I gonna bounce? I'm probably gonna bounce. Oh lord, that was close. Oh god, and I'm dead. Oh god. I do think the game For Honor, that looks pretty cool, but I just have so many games right now that I hardly can play outside of World of Tanks that, you know, it's kind of hard for me to pick up yet another game. Any tank lines I'd recommend? I'd probably say I always recommend people, you know, the Russian heavies, the T62A/Object 140 line, and then American heavy tank, American mediums, and probably now that they buffed it, the T110E3 line. They're probably my top lines. That's a lot to pick from, but a lot of different play styles. But yeah, right now I want to start. I still have, you know, I have a PS4 that I pretty much play just single player games on, and I still have to start The Last Guardian. I would like to play that. I really like games that have decent like storylines and stuff, and then I just got the Horizon Zero Dawn or something, I forget what it's called, the second like little subtitle. Both of those games I really want to play for the PS4. I just haven't gotten to them. They'll probably be my kind of, I call them like lazy or day off days. When it, you know, I work at the restaurant, I might stream. Some days I might just work at the restaurant and maybe play a couple hours on there. It's kind of like, you know, kind of a little time off for me. Yeah, the Chinese tanks, I like them too. It's just, I always, if people ask me about like tank lines and stuff, I factor in like ease of use across a lot of battles, and they're not always the easiest to play because of that gun depression and the slightly iffy gun handling at times. Good tank line, but definitely not the... that guy's mad. Definitely not the easiest to use across all matches. I hope that I don't get hit again, but I might. I knew that was going to happen. Hello, Vincent. Hello, Rich. The Patton KR is... it's a really good premium. Brian, it basically was student teaching. It's like every other Tuesday, sometimes every Tuesday, she has to drive over to where she goes to college. It's in Delaware, so it's about an hour and a half. She essentially goes there, for student teaching, and oh, that felt so dirty doing that. She leaves school here where she teaches, like halfway through the day, drives up there, has like a 3 or 4 hour long class, and then has to drive back. So she typically gets home around like 6:30. So she used to have to do this 2 times a week, but fortunately for student teaching, because they actually want you to teach, you only have to do it once a week, once every 2 weeks. So but yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn, I forgot the subtitle, but I did get it right. I was just iffy about it. That game I've been kind of keeping tabs on for quite some time, and come on, give me your ammo rack. Nope. I'm dead. I should have known that sitting out in front of a T-30, but because he has the 155. At least we should win this. I don't know why this side isn't pushing. There's one tank there. Like, come on, go. If we lose this, that's not on us. Yeah, that's another game. Even though I don't have a lot of time, I plan on picking up Mass Effect Andromeda, pretty much the day it comes out. So now I have, even though that's going to be on PC, so I will stream a little bit of that actually. Probably can't stream like all of it at times, because I'll probably want to play a little bit of it, like just, alone. Like, I'll probably stream a bit of like the multiplayer and stuff. Yeah, I was just trying to cheat a little bit and damage his ammo rack. That's why I shot at the lower plate where I did. But I know what you're saying about hitting right at the bottom of the turret front. It splashes pretty much the top hole. Alright, that's all of that I could drink. I looked at the bottle of this. So I don't really drink soda. And it's 1 serving size. Typically a soda has like 20 to 30 something grams of sugar. This has 61. Holy shit. I looked at it and I'm like, oh my god, that's like the amount. The British TDs? It depends. Like, the line with the FV4005, I like them up to that tank. So up to the tier 9, I like them. And then the FV215B183, I like that line basically tier 8 to 10 and the tier 5. The 6 and 7, they're not terrible, but I don't exactly you know, think they're fun to play, which is why I skipped them when the line first came out. But yeah, you know, they're both fun lines for the tanks they have. It's just I think they have some clunkers in it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they fit more grams of sugar in that thing than they could have if they just filled the whole goddamn thing up with sugar. So, I don't know if that's possible, but it seems like it to me. Oh God. T-57, spare me. That is not one tank. That's one tank you do not want to come across when you're in a tier 8. 3,000 DPM of death. Well, Pepsi, that's loaded with sugar. Even more so than Coke. That's why people like Pepsi over Coke, because it has more sugar. What, in the Mountain Dew? Yes, I'm pretty sure. I'm surprised it wasn't the first ingredient, but, you know, carbonated water is. I thought it was going to be the frickin'. Oh, Lord. Didn't even do a damage shot on him. Oh, God. No. I don't want to. I don't want to I didn't. Yeah, my ammo rack wasn't damaged at the time, but I don't want to sacrifice not having an engine. But he would have killed me there. That's why facing off against the T-57 and a tier 8 is like a death sentence, because it can one clip you. And if it doesn't, it can just reload in about, 20 seconds, I think, a little bit over, and finish you off. And you only get like, I don't know, two or three shots in, and it gets like 8. Yeah. Not too much we can do on this map against a bunch of 10s. And unfortunately, our team again, they just, from this side, with the TDs we had, they weren't going to push out anywhere. And pretty much all the rest of us, we just slowly die. Take that. Come on, T-57. Come at us. And somehow miss all your shots. It's always the best time, Joel. Yep. But yeah, whenever Ryan gets home, I'll probably, finish up a match or play one more. Because, well, I'm sore as hell for doing yard work, but I need to cook some tacos for us here. I'm surprised he hasn't pushed. Probably not even hitting him, but I'm just going to keep going back and forth here until somebody comes up and kills me. Why did I do that? My ammo rack is damaged. Oh. Oh, God. I think I could have shot him. Oh, God. I'm sorry, Graham. No. Oh, God. I don't know how he didn't kill me. Thank you for the save. I don't know if he's reloading or not, but he can either kill me. I'd rather he kill me than Graham. Oh, God. Spare me. No. Oh, God. My tacos are better than Taco Bell. By far. I've actually, we paid one of Ryan's family member. Granted, these were fish tacos. I'm making beef tacos. We paid one of Ryan's family members when we got the house in fish tacos. I think I'm going camouflage on this. They're a land surveyor. But yeah, I actually have played a little bit more than an hour. She should be home soon, but yeah. Coincidentally enough, there is a Taco Bell coming 5 miles away, or not, no, 2 miles away, 3 miles, I should say. I've got it down to the mile. There used to be one where I live. They knocked it down and made it into a like family Mexican restaurant. Now they knocked that down and they're putting the Taco Bell back. I'm gonna be so fat. Oh god. I'm gonna have to like run there with Levi. Spade cuss the 110. Um, Pretty much playing that. You almost it's similar to an IS-3 in a way, but not in every sense. But you just have to know that your armor is decent, but it's still not that great. I honestly, the way I play the 110 is try to basically look at it as a slow medium in a way, if that makes any sense. Try not to get into too many brawls because your gun does, it doesn't do a lot of damage per shot, but it is a pretty good gun as far as DPM goes for a heavy tank. It's just, it's a good tank. It's very hard. If you're against high tiers, just forget that you have any armor. But if you're against eights, that's the only time when you can kind of use your armor. But your side is pretty terrible, especially if you stack it up against the IS-3s. Never try to get hit in the side with that thing. I mapped it. Kind of, but more or less, you guys mostly know where I live at in Cape May, but more or less there's very few areas around here where there's like shops and like chain restaurants and stuff. I just know that it's about 3 miles away from me. Because really, whenever we drive to like say go to Lowe's or go to food shop, you either go south or you go north. There's really only two options for me. Yeah. I got a shot there. But Taco Bell is going to be it's kind of like a treat in a way. I've got to have self-control. Ooh, I actually hit him. No problem. Next stream, I stream tomorrow morning. I will gladly play it for you. Like this one, I'm kind of forcing myself just to grind tanks here, but I can hop into the 110 for you. Thank you for the subscription. I guess said your name. I had to read it again. Spade Kiss. Ooh, you just got saved, and then the other T-37 got you somehow. Well, thank you, Jay, for the sub too. Yeah, if you invade us, please do not ruin my house. I just spent about 4 hours outside planting plants, digging trenches. I'm basically setting up all my gardens this year with irrigation, so I save about a half-hour a day from watering plants. well worth the money to buy the stuff. Thank you, IS. Save me, master. Spy dickus. Or dick ass. Oh, thank you for that. I love this little tank. I wish I could jump over that. This SU-100Y is probably gonna... or not. It's like he's probably gonna pop me, but... Me against the Dreadnought E25. Take that, little dude. We could cap here, but I don't think I'd be able to cap if I wanted to. Oh, are you kidding me? Artie? I didn't even... Why? The Artie was sitting like right back here. Well, nicely done, Artie. You got me. I was going on a little rampage there. Oh well. I tried. Obviously the Panther 2 is not working, so I'm just going to forget that I own that for now. I could do the Type 4 again, but I feel inclined to do... Granted, that guy... Yeah, it's like my time is short here. The only reason she's probably taking longer is she has to pick up some allergy medication. So. Granted, I was a little bit still there. Most likely that M44 was aiming at that Hellcat, and then I presented myself, he shot me. But, yeah, it happens. I'm actually going to go Valley. Surprisingly, I am saying that. Well, the meal, I think it's pretty damn good. But at times the accuracy on this can be infuriating. Well, I'm waiting, you know, everything is done with the tacos actually except for cooking the meat, so I'm gonna wait for her. Typically when she gets home too, Levi does his run around the house for about 15-20 minutes, enjoy, so don't want to eat right away. He knows how to put on his cuteness and tug at the heartstrings. Probably gonna tell me that I didn't play with him 100% of the time when he was out back. It's like trying to dig a hole. I'm gonna throw my little... He has a little toy that's like a poop emoji. I'm gonna throw my little poop emoji in the hole. That way you have to play with me because now it's covered in dirt. Oh, this dog is sometimes too smart for his own good. They actually buffed the Tiger 1's mantlet now, so that's why I decided to move a little bit further up here than I typically would. But we are going to do a Valley Rush. Typically, I had a very bad one this morning while I was streaming. That was brutal. This one is not going to be a bad one because I'm over here. Borks? Or Borks? I can't really say that, but I should know what that is, but that's one type of cuisine I didn't really learn, honestly, in school, in culinary school. They covered pretty much everything else, but not too much Russian cuisine. And not a lot of people relate Russia with cuisine, but, you know, they actually have quite a few unique dishes. Really? You're like, oh god, I just got a little bit... Why am I lagging? Or I'm not even lagging, I'm just getting my frame rate dropping there for some reason. Even though my CPU and GPU are not even nearly maxed out. Go figure. Alright, my little friends, don't push out without me. I'll look it up only because I should know what that is. Pho? Is that, whew, I'd like to say, isn't that some sort of, like, Vietnamese soup, in a way? I would say yes. Not to sound full of myself, but if you show me, like, a picture of something and just tell me what's in it, I could 95% make it right. We're kind of stuck here in a way because more or less our other side isn't pushing like Graham's talking about. That guy's gonna push up. I'm gonna try to take advantage of this. Lord. My gun depression is good, but not that good. Thank you for the subscription, Michael Bender. Yeah, isn't it, you know, it's soup with like, you kind of mix, not mix and match, but there's a little bit of noodles in it. I think they actually, don't they eat it for, breakfast in a lot of places over there, but you kind of add your own stuff. Porski? Is that similar to kind of like pierogies in a way? Isn't that like a baked, almost like an empanada, I want to say? But, of course, not an empanada. It's strangely, not to say all cuisine's the same, but it's strangely surprising that, honestly, a lot of different cuisines in the world are very similar, because there's, you know, there's only a certain amount of ways that you can actually cook something. I'm gonna die here, so I'm just trying to get as much damage as I possibly can. I thought that was my last shot. I guess missed that one. Yep. Thank you for the subscription, Zelmir. Yeah, we definitely got this. If they lose this, shame on them. That's what I thought. It was kind of similar to that. Alright, so I'll try this guy again. Hey, bud. Yeah, you a little tired, dog? I don't got any treats for you. Yeah. She'll be home soon, I think. Yeah, as far as like cooking goes, like if anyone ever wants to learn I forgot that was his last one. If anyone wants to actually learn like cooking and stuff and new things, not to, it's kind of easy for me to say it's easy, but really, you know, if you buy yourself a very good like French cookbook, like French cuisine, it comes down to like there's basically meats you can kind of categorize them to where even if you haven't cooked a certain meat before, you can categorize it as it needs like high heat, dry cooking, high heat, wet cooking, low heat, you know, stuff like that. To where like some of the stuff I haven't cooked before, but you can kind of look at it and see, you know, if it's tough, fatty, dry, stuff like that, and you can do a pretty damn good job cooking something and really learning that and like the basics of how to like build up flavors and the steps. That's why I'm saying like cuisine, it's more or less the same in a way. It's just different spices, different meats, you know, different stuff that you're putting in at different times and you know amounts. Someday, nice cuppa. A lot of people have a lot of people have asked me to do it. At first, I kind of said no. I have looked into it and thought about it more. More or less, it just comes down to, you know, I would like to. I would say the earliest I could probably do it is sometime starting this fall, because I would need to like if I was doing it, I would want to get like a pretty darn good camera for me to be able to do it, like in my kitchen. Either live. I'd prefer to do it live, honestly, because I think that would be fun. Plus, less editing on my part. You guys can see me screw up. um, but what I wanted to say is, more or less, I wouldn't want to like do it off of my phone or something like some people I see do. Where's the gun? But I've thought about it. It just comes down to it's a lot of time for me, and you know it would definitely be something where maybe this fall. Not that I'm gonna have a ton of time this fall, but my plate will open up. No pun intended. A little bit, hopefully. Ooh, that hurt a little bit. I'm definitely treading a fine line here. I need to actually pull back because I now have a spotter. I can actually get shots off here without being seen. That sounds good to me, Artem. Or Artem. I've actually wanted to, you know, my family mainly takes trips to like warm places in the Caribbean, but I've wanted to take a trip over like Europe, Asia, places like that someday. Tea or coffee? I try not to drink coffee, but currently I'm kind of addicted to it in a way. I told you guys I would be if I start drinking it, but I'm going to get off of it before I have to go back to work. Shit, I didn't think I was still lit there, but I guess I am. He's close enough to spot me through this bush when I fire. It's not nice. Stop shooting me. His gun's big enough to overmatch me. It's not nice at all. Australia? That might be a little far away. I almost talked my parents into it, honestly, because we took a... Why are you pushing into vote? Why? We went to Hawaii 2 separate times, but I'm like, when are we ever going to be this close to, like, you know, even just, like, say Japan or Australia? Like, it's just a little bit further, even though it's not just a little bit further, it's a lot further. But, yeah, unfortunately, they... But as far as me financing trips right now, it's a little bit out of my price range. But also, Ryan being a teacher, it's very difficult to take trips. I figured I was going to die here. It's hard for her to take trips outside of the summer, you know, because she is off there. And then my busiest time of the year are the 3 months in the summer. So, yeah, it's a little difficult for trips, but someday we'll be able to take trips because I like to travel. Got a high caliber award on that last match. I'm glad we won that because that would have sucked if we lost. Alright, so I guess I'm going to keep going here since Ryan is not home yet. Huh, that's a pretty cool photo to have, nice cuppa. Yeah, I think I talked about it a little earlier. My grandfather and his, he's in Marines and also transported stuff for NASA, but he has some pretty cool photos. He always says you can't show these, which that might be true, but I don't think anything's that classified or anything that he has. It's just him and his truck with like things rigged up on it, like space shuttles and everything. Yeah, I could see that. There's some hell, even just parts in the U.S. going to different places can be a culture shock. I could definitely see that. Well, at least I've got a little bit of grinding done here at least. I should be within reach of a couple tanks now. Because I have credits to pick up, the E50 SP1C. I like how my team, we have the advantage to push into this side. I really like playing from the south because it's very easy to push into the town safely. But my team all stopped. God, I'm facing off against a German Deadeye gunner. Oh lord. An American tank, maybe. Maybe I'll have that going for me. Alright, since my team's not popping up though, I'm gonna take a shot here. But I would hope that I can get back here. He's just in a spot where I literally cannot damage him. I'm just gonna wait for my team hopefully to push up here. Probably won't, but one can hope. Honestly, I am pretty afraid of spiders, alligators, sharks, anything that can kill me, so Australia might not be the best place, come to think of it. Oh, lovely. I'm getting shot from both sides because my team is too afraid to actually move up here. Anybody? Anybody? No? Like, oh, look, there's an ISU 152. At least he can't shoot me, I hope. But, like, why are you guys not pushing up? T-34 is finally moving up, but, like, what's so special about sitting here and in one little ball? It's not a very smart choice. That's good you're able to stay, where you're at. It's kind of loosely kind of like Ryan's situation. Like most of her family actually moved to Florida, but she met me so she could stay in New Jersey. Yay. Oops. Kinda forgot about that little guy. Just one of us needs to kind of be out here a little further. Maybe. Very nice, Joel. My team is just, not to be mean, they're full of freaking idiots. Like, why you would all sit in the same freaking square is beyond me. Especially, like I was saying, from this side, it's actually easier for you to push into the town safely. Did they do that? No, they love being flanked. Who doesn't like that? I wish I was in a tank with armor, because I would have been able to stay in the town a little bit, but nah. I just don't get how some people play sometimes when it comes to that. At least we won the frickin' Pilsing match. But that was a pretty good match for those two guys. But yep, lost a little bit of credits. I did fire some APCR rounds out of that thing. Alright, so actually, why don't I try to at least get one grind done here? Because the Panther 2, I'm at 130, and I'm pretty close. I'm actually within 30k here. Hello again, Graham. Yeah, I'm glad we won that. Have a good night too. But the SP1C, I am within shooting distance here. Alright, so I have time for maybe just this match. Why don't I do that? This will be my last match here. Ryan said she just left the Taco Bell area where it's being built. Not that she was at Taco Bell. She was just grabbing some stuff. Huh, well, that's good, Joel. Straighten what mess up? Hello again, Casey. I have someone blocked on my team, and his username is Whitney Senpai. I can try to look at it. Yes, I'll look at your username. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Uber, for evening it out. Thank you. I was honestly kind of looking at that earlier. I really do have a problem when it comes to that. Like, I really like round even numbers. Like, we'll be in the car and, like, I'll accidentally tap, like, the little volume button on my radio, and it'll be, like, 7 or something. I have to switch it. Like, I could be in a heavily congested area. I gotta switch it. Like, it'll bother me. Yep, I'm getting shot. Oh, this is gonna be I'm playing one more match because this sucked. I almost never go down there because you die easily and you usually don't get spots off, but I had to try. Why don't I hop into the Type 4 for one more battle here, and that'll be it. Oh, that mess. Thank you very much again. 809. That would help too. But whenever there's another 35 XP for the free experience sale, I'm probably gonna be picking some of that up. Alright, let me force this to refresh to even that out there, hopefully. Oh wait, or did you do that? I don't know if it refreshed or not. I'm not sure if you fixed it or didn't fix it. I think you fixed it though. It just isn't updating right now. Like Echo Baby kind of pointed out earlier, and I talked about Streamlabs. They updated a lot of their system, and it seems like there's a bit of kinks with it. They did add Super Chat to it though. I don't know if it's working or not, but they did make a pretty big update with that. It's just... yes and no, Artem. As far as that goes, because I actually can't gift to the Russian server just because my account doesn't really have any battles over there, and that was a requirement. And I can't read Russian very well, but you know, you can actually gift to other servers as long as you have an account over there. But you can gift through the premium shop. You just hit the select gift option. It is possible. Yeah, obviously, I'm trying. I can usually force it to reset here. Let's see if this does it. Nope, it didn't. It'll fix itself soon. Thank you very much, Uber, though. Yeah, it was hard for me to actually just to get onto their page here. It does show up on my actual... I'm trying my damnedest to fix this since I'm in a slow-ass tank here. Even though, at this point, there's almost no point for me to go up the frickin' hill. I should have just stuck at the base because I'm in this slug. I'm just going to try to hunker down now and make myself get back to the base. See, did that fix it? Nope, it broke it. Uh-oh. I got the wrong thing. No. Now I get screwed. I screwed it up here. Whoopsie daisy. Darn, it still wasn't updated. God damn it. Well, nonetheless, thank you again. I try not to mess around with too much stuff during... Oh, poor guy. During the stream, because basically the way with OBS, I have like 10 different things like overlaid on top of one another, and I've kind of had to click them and then pop into them, edit them if I have to switch anything. And if I hit the wrong one accidentally, it's sometimes it confuses me. Oh, well, you can't GIF, yeah, you know, you can't GIF like that. Oh, I missed. Yeah, gold does go pretty quick. Luckily, I always wait for like their Christmas sales and buy a huge chunk when it's on sale, the premium time. They're right at the edge of my view range. The reason I'm kind of banking on Artie not hitting me, which it probably is. I guess splashed him there. But I don't want to go to the building because if for whatever reason they push on me, it's easier to get flanked if you're near a building than you are in the open. Not that that's probably going to be a problem because my team isn't doing very well, but that's at least my thought process here. Is he popping out this side? Yep. Already gets hit me though. I should have. I'm crapping it up here. What the hell? I might as well just push here. I'm pretty much gonna die anyway. Well, Wargaming is rich, but hell, they definitely nailed this game. I do think the prices, they are a little bit high, but yep, I should have just, yeah, should have did this a little bit differently here, but this is going swimmingly here. But this is definitely my last match though. but Russia, you know, the prices over there are a pinch cheaper. They are, you know, it's still pretty high for individual things, but it is a pinch cheaper if you convert it to like US dollars and stuff. But oh well. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. This is gonna be my last fight. This was a pretty crappy battle. I should have, honestly, with as slow as this thing was, I shouldn't have pushed out here. I should have just set up right here and just basically HE everyone trying to come across. But sometimes I definitely don't play this enough to have like a clear, concisive thought as far as what I want to do. Oh, I forgot about that, Casey. I can look up your name if I forgot about that. Yeah, at least we won a mountain pass though. I think that's the name that you were saying. But yeah, nonetheless. But here you go. You wanted me to show this, but anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will be back tomorrow, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, thanks again for watching. I'm glad I could get a couple little grinds done here, and have a good one. Thanks again.